And welcome back to the channel. On this video, I want to talk about e-bike prices. And the big question, are e-bike prices getting out of reach? And the reason why I say that is because they've been climbing on average this year so far, and I'm recording this video on March the 3rd, Monday, and you'll see it on Tuesday. And Tuesday, March the 4th is supposed to be the day that the tariffs go into effect, and including China, US, and Canada. So, are we going to be seeing prices increase to beyond what people can afford? They're already expensive and hard to afford now, but are they even going to get worse? So let's say we have to pay 10% more. Well, a lot of bikes right now, I would say, are in the, if you want a decent bike, I'd say you have to pay right now in that $1,500 to $2,000 range. That's what I consider to be a decent bike price range. And of course, there's more budget-friendly bikes out there, yes, but you're getting lower quality, cheaper parts. And you know, basically you get what you pay for. So generally when you see higher priced bikes, I would say you are probably seeing, first of all, you're probably seeing higher powered bikes and better parts on the bikes. But I'm afraid that with the prices going up, let's say that $1,500 to $2,000 becomes closer to $1,700, $1,750, let's say, to $2,250. You know, that's pushing it up there quite a bit. And it might even go higher than that. It might be more than that. So what happens is the tariffs, these charges will get pushed to retailers, and retailers push them on to consumers, you and I. And we either pay it or we don't get a bike. And I'm afraid that what's going to happen here is they're either going to get out of reach where people just can't afford them, or these bikes are going to get cheaper and cheaper parts put on them because they want to try to keep the prices down. But I'm not a big fan of that. I'd rather pay a little bit more and have a more quality built bike that I can trust. So I'm more for wanting the quality of bike, and so we'll see what happens here coming up. But it really, for lack of a better word, it really sucks for those out there that are wanting to buy their first e-bike, you know, and they go to look at the prices and they're going to say, you know what, I just can't do it. You know, with everything else costing more and more, because let's face it, tariff charge isn't just for electric bikes. There's a lot of things that are going to cost more. And you basically have to pick and choose. And unfortunately, electric bikes are becoming like a luxury to have. There's something going on up there. Let's pan over there to show you. Looks like somebody got pulled over. And it wasn't me. I didn't do it. All right, so anyway, yeah, I feel bad for those who want to get an e-bike. but are unable as it is now to afford one, and then with upcoming price increases, it's just going to get out of hand. I hope I'm wrong, but it doesn't look good. It seemed like when I got my first bike, the Rad Rover 4, that prices were to where you know, they were a little bit pricey, I'd say, and that was back in 2000. I always get this mixed up. 2018, I believe. It was Black Friday, November sale, and I always get mixed up with whether it was 2018 or 19. I believe it was 2018, but it doesn't matter, either one. I think prices back then were a little bit high, because at the time, I got the Rad Rover 4 for a pretty good price because I got a Black Friday deal plus an extra $50 off. So I got it for $12.50, but the regular price was $1,500. And for a 48 volt, 750 watt motor, 14 amp hour battery, it seemed kind of high to me. Then the prices started going down, and you know that you could get a bike for the 1,000 to 1,500 range. I'd say that was pretty good, you know, like that, like a 48 volt, 14 amp hour. That was the common average bike out there. 48 volt, 750 watt motor, and a 14 amp hour battery. But now that same bike is in the $1,500 to closer to $2,000 now. You know, some of the bikes give you like a 15 amp hour battery, which is basically like 1 amp hour. It's not very much difference, basically the same. But the motor's the same. Everything else is the same. A lot of bikes now are putting hydraulic disc brakes on, which that bike had. But yeah, the prices have been going north, and I'm afraid a bike like that now is going to probably cost you a good $2,000, or even going to go north of that. So, and it shouldn't be that high. I think a 48 volt, 750 watt bike, a good one, you know, good quality with some decent parts on it and all, and a 14 or 15 amp hour battery shouldn't cost you more than about $1,200. That's top end, I think, or less, between $1,000 and $1,200. And I'm afraid those are going to be in the $15,000 to $2,000 range now. Well, let's just not price the e-bikes to where people just can't get them at all. And I mean, we've already got the e-bike laws going on, you know, and it's a scramble here. I don't know where everything is settling in at, because it's still kind of in limbo to me. It's all over the place. You need a license here, you don't need one there. You need to, you know, oh, that bike's a motorcycle, you know, this is, it just, I just shake my head sometimes, you know, like even comments on the videos here. I get people telling me that I'm riding motorcycles. Anything, some are just saying anything with a motor on it is a motorcycle. Well, it is a motor on the bike, so technically that way, yeah, but it's far from being to me, a motorcycle would be something that could go on the highway. And none of my bikes can go on a highway. All right, let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think the prices are getting out of hand here, especially with tariffs coming in? Like I say, as this video goes up on March the 4th, I'm recording it on the 3rd, Monday, the tariffs, new tariffs are supposed to kick in. And I mean, it's going to get to the point where, as I say, on top of all the other things that are going to cost more, you got to prioritize, and where on your scale is an electric bike, you know? For a lot, it's just not going to fit anymore, if it did to begin with already. And that's unfortunate. All right, well, that's going to do it for this video. Hey, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, thank you very much. Just hit that subscribe button. If you want to be notified as to when the next video comes up on the channel, just hit that notification bell. And if you want to comment and chime in on this topic or any others that you've seen on the channel, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. Once again, thank you for joining me on this video. Be safe out there, everyone, and keep your wheels on the road. See you later.